As a child, the first question I asked myself is that I have learnt about the pre-independence movement, even the Mughal era, who built the Red Fort, who built the Qutub Minar and Taj Mahal. But why was there not any information there available in the history books as children for Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj? 120 battles from age of 9. At 14, he's written almost 15, 16 different literatures in different languages. He was well versed in 15 to 16 different languages.
Oh, wow.
So imagine the study of that person, of that man. How can you call this kind of a personality as,
just showing one streak and completely covering the good aspects.
He's the son of the legendary Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. There's no way that one king is this and the other prince would be something opposite, right? रायगड म्हणजे स्वराज्याचा काळीज आणि काळजावर वार करणाऱ्याचा कोथळा काढायला सक्षम आहे संभाजी. दुश्मनाने एकही पाऊल पुढे ठेवलं तर त्याचे छाताडच फेदेन. त्या अकबराला आमचा निरोप धाडा. स्वराज्यात राहायचं तर गपगुमान राव म्हणावा. अंतरून पसरशील तर पायच काढून घेऊ. When this topic comes to your mind, Dharmarakshak Mahavir Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, not much has been said about this hero in the past, especially in the history books of children. As a child, the first question I asked myself is that I have learnt about the pre-independence movement, even the Mughal era, who built the Red Fort, who built the Qutub Minar and Taj Mahal. But why was there not any information there available in the history books as children for Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj? That's the first question that came to my mind. So if you spoke about the mindset, you were asking about the mindset. So now I had to start everything from the scratch. So the first authentic source of information was the biggest challenge for me. Because in the past 250 years, Maharaj, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj की history को थोड़ा सा distort किया गया है. In the past 250 years, not many good factors were written about the subject. But as the historians in the past 20 years have worked hard on the subject, we got to know that there are so many aspects of Chhatrapati Sambhaji.
What facts were therefore distorted, in your opinion?
In a way, what I have heard from the historians is that he was not very well versed in terms of ruling the kingdom, or as a ruler, he was not in a very inappropriate manner. It was written, which I cannot even speak because it's really shameful to even.
Perhaps his hedonistic side.
Yes, very on a very
him being Ayyash or something.
Kind of. So which was totally wrong, because a young prince from 9 years of age is fighting battles there in the open, and 120 battles from age of 9. At 14, he's written almost 15, 16 different literatures in different languages. He was well versed in 15 to 16 different languages.
Oh, wow.
So imagine the study of that person, of that man. How can you call this kind of a personality as,
just showing one streak and completely covering the good aspects.
And he's the son of the legendary Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. There's no way that one king is this and the other prince would be something opposite, right? Yeah, exactly. And they shared a great love and chemistry and bond with each other, the father and the son, which we have tried to show in the film. So when I was going through these current facts that was actually there in the history, the historians Raj Memane and my director Tushar Shelar, and they made me sit down and they spoke about so many factors about Maharaj Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, which was untold. I understood that, oh wow, there's a huge character arc that I'm able to show here in the film.
Correct.
So the motivation came from there. That's A, he was an unsung hero जिनके ऊपर अभी तक फिल्म नहीं दिखाई गई. B, उनकी स्टोरी जो एक्चुअल है हिस्ट्री में वो बताने का मौका मिल रहा है. And C, the warrior is actually loved by the audience of Maharashtra, most importantly. In the north, of course, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj के पराक्रम को सब जानते थे. But Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj के पराक्रम को नॉर्थ में भी नहीं जाना गया. Through this film, this is a decent effort by the makers of the film to reach out to maximum audience in the north, to let them know that there was another big unsung hero called Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj. So the mindset, as you spoke about, extremely, ruthless and like a Bhairav, like a Rudra avatar of brutal. I mean, in terms of for the right reasons. Means you
brave
dare
and brutal.
Yes, I mean you dare come to my land and you try to threaten my people, I will kill you. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was also a strategist. He knew exactly how to play his cards very well. He was also a great politician in a way. वो प्रजा को लेके भी चलते थे साथ में, and he used to take care of everyone. Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj was like, I'll kill them all. Just anybody come and I'm just going to cut them off. For my people, I'm going to die. So Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj taught us how to live for the nation. Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj taught us how to die for the nation.
Wow.
That's the biggest difference, if I would say, in one line.
Correct.
So to know the ideologies and the psyche behind that kind of an approach to life was a huge challenge for me. So of course, there was a place where Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj was very brutally murdered. That's called as Tulapur and Badu, which is in nearby Pune. Now, that is the place I visited most importantly. Now, because when I went there and for the first time sat there, and the guide was explaining it to me in front of my director and my historian that, okay, Maharaj ko yahan laaye, yahan he was cutting the legs and the fingers, and this is where he was brutally being, while he's breathing alive. The torture.
Tormented.
Yes.
And yet he stood his ground.
And yes, so in that moment I was not imagining Maharaj there because I've not seen Maharaj. I was imagining myself in that avatar. Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is happening with me. Okay, my fingers are being chopped right now. What is the feeling? So I started feeling those energies within me. Then I came back home and I was honestly very sad from within for a few days after knowing his story. Now to portray this sadness on the camera, that's the most important.
The sadness of epic proportion.
Yes, yes. So, and also the glorification of Maharaj, right from the winning the battles. Part 1 is the story of his birth all the way till almost winning Janjira Murud Killa, which is near Alibag. So that is again an undefeated, fort. But we were almost on the verge. Like people did not know that after Sri Ram, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj was the second one to build a bridge to get all his cannons out there as a surprise attack.
And this bridge connected?
No. So he built a bridge so that the fort can come into his range of the cannons.
Correct.
So he built a setu.
Yeah.
So that setu was actually built by Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj after Sri Ram. So that's another, now people didn't know this. So the ideology and the preparation went behind this was crazy because I had to speak extremely Shuddha Marathi of 1600s. Now I have studied from Ferguson College, Pune, but in a way, broken Marathi to sabko aati hai Maharashtra.
But your dialect, your pronunciation, your pitch of Marathi
Right.
is so impeccable. It
Thank
is
you.
pure.
Right.
Marathi may have many variations,
Correct.
but this Puneri Marathi that we talk about
that is
is
correct.
absolutely impeccable.
Absolutely.
Can you give us a glimpse of the same tongue, so to speak,
Like from the movie?
from the movie? Yeah.
From the movie. But in movie, there used to be a lot of tongue twisting Shuddha Marathi, like in terms, like I have not heard of this word earlier called, let's say, र and ल के पीछे कई बार हमेशा मुश्किल हो जाती है. तो अगर मुझे बोलना है कि रायगड म्हणजे स्वराज्याचा काळीज आणि काळजावर वार करणाऱ्याचा कोथळा काढायला सक्षम आहे संभाजी. दुश्मनाने एकही पाऊल पुढे ठेवलं तर त्याचे छाताडच फेदेन. त्या अकबराला आमचा निरोप धाडा. स्वराज्यात राहायचं तर गपगुमान राव म्हणावा. अंतरून पसरशील तर पायच काढून घेऊ. Now that kind of a Marathi is not really spoken in the normal.
This is very royal, impeccable Marathi.
Yeah. So now to memorize that kind of and everything, because I know my Marathi audiences, they are going to be super sentimental when it comes to their Maharaj. And an actor who doesn't speak the tongue, suddenly if he's speaking in broken Marathi, that kind of disturbs the viewership, in a way. They will not be able to like it.
Totally. Because you have studied the character and you have played the character, in your opinion, what do you think, what caused the distortion that you're talking about? Here is a king, हमारे खुद के महाराज हैं, भारत के, मुगल आक्रमक जो है जिनको रोका उन्होंने, to the best of his ability, and he was a warrior of unheard scale. तो क्यों ये डिस्टॉर्शन हुआ? आपका क्या गणित है, आपका क्या स्टडी है या ओपिनियन है उसके बारे में?
मुझे ऑनेस्टली लगता है,
एक तरफ हमारे पास है कि अकबर की हिस्ट्री होती है, मुगल एम्परर को इतना ग्लोरीफाई किया जाता है, जो कि अपने आप में ठीक है, हिस्टोरिकल फैक्ट्स हैं, लेकिन व्हेन इट कम्स टू आवर ओन किंग्स एंड प्रिंस, डू यू थिंक कहीं ना कहीं वो डिस्टॉर्ट हुआ क्योंकि एस्टैब्लिशमेंट वैसा चाहता था?
नहीं, मुझे ऐसा लगता है, देखिए, जब छत्रपति संभाजी महाराज अगर और 10 साल जी लेते ना, तो पहली बात तो ब्रिटिशर्स कभी कदम ही नहीं रख पाते भारत देश के ऊपर. He was that powerful, and at that time when he was in the reign, even the Britishers were not able to get through.
Not dead.
Yes, because the reason why he wanted to capture Murud Janjira Killa, so that if that fort was captured, वहाँ से सारे जो sea route से आते थे ना, वो अगर कैप्चर कर लेते थे तो ना ब्रिटिशर्स and ना फॉरेनर कोई आ नहीं सकते थे. So at that time he was fighting not only those Siddhis of Janjira, he was fighting the Britishers, Portuguese and the Mughals together with absolutely no support from anybody. So one man fighting these five
Three
powerful
fronts.
forces together, taking care of the land, the Konkan region, as well as the sea routes, whatever his father had developed, utilizing all of that to his might. And because he was not able to be defeated, he was caught deceitfully later on, and how he was tortured, that's the story.
Yeah.
But if you ask me about what must have caused the distortion is, remember there was some Britisher who had come to India for the first time, and he went back to UK, and he submitted his paper there, where he has mentioned in that paper that India is a land of gold. There's not a single beggar that he spotted at that time.
Correct.
And the only way to break India is by breaking its spinal cord, which is the educational system.
Correct.
Educational system, if you talk about, there used to be a time of gurukuls at that time. नंतर हे स्कूल्स झालेत सगळं.
Therefore, let's introduce the language of English.
The language
to
of
them
English as the
to create
first
that
one.
divide.
Exactly. Then they decided what the history is going to be about. Then the history started being, obviously अगर एक छत्रपति संभाजी महाराज जिन्होंने इतना बुरी तरह से डोमिनेट किया है, उसके बारे में वो लोग ग्लोरिफिकेशन क्यों डालेंगे हिस्ट्री में, सबसे पहली बात. So, but because Mughals helped Britishers at that time to export their goods and everything, by the way. So that's why they tried to glorify the Mughal entire thing कि ये हुआ है वो हुआ है. हमारे हिस्ट्री बुक्स में अगर आप देखेंगे,
नहीं, ये तो बात हुई हिस्टोरियंस की, वो तो नहीं चाहेंगे फॉरेन फोर्सेस वैसा. लेकिन हमारे खुद के टेक्स्ट बुक में जब हम और आप ग्रो कर रहे थे स्कूल में, तो इसका जिक्र नहीं हुआ. तो ये तो ब्लेम स्ट्रेट एंड स्क्वायरली
तो ये पॉलिटिक्स है ना, तो ये तो पॉलिटिक्स है. हाँ, पॉलिटिक्स 100%. लेकिन वो अब चेंज हो रहा है धीरे धीरे. नाउ द गवर्नमेंट इज गोना टेक इनिशिएटिव विद रिस्पेक्ट टू क्या जो अनसंग हीरोज हैं उनके बारे में भी अब चैप्टर्स लिखे जाएं. ओके, अब वो हो रहा है, चेंज आ रहा है. बट ये चेंज कैसे आएगा? थ्रू दीज मूवीज दैट वी क्रिएट द अवेयरनेस अमंग्स द मासेस. मैंने जब मेरी फिल्म रिलीज हुई, तो मैंने जितने भी स्कूल्स में मैं पहले एज अ चीफ गेस्ट जाता था, I still continued going to all the schools and colleges as a chief guest for free of cost for the students, on one condition this time, that every school and college will get their kids to watch Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj's glory and what he did for the nation. तो मेरी अपनी स्कूल है. I have studied from SM Shetty School, which is in Powai. Now I took a written confirmation from the principal there कि आप कम से कम 800 बच्चों को लेके जाके दिखाओगे पिक्चर को. तो जितने भी बच्चे गए हैं देखने के लिए, टुडे इफ यू सी सम ऑफ द वीडियोस, यू शुड डेफिनेटली शो इट टू द ऑडियंस. बच्चे बाहर निकल के रो रहे हैं कुछ के आमचे संभाजी महाराजांना मारले म्हणून. बच्चे बाहर निकल के प्रणाम कर रहे हैं पोस्टर को. बच्चे बाहर निकल के प्रणाम कर रहे हैं, रो रहे हैं कि मला महाराज पाहिजे करके. सो ही इज दिस द and we are not showing anything completely cinematic liberty देके. We are going as per the history facts. The only cinematic liberty that we have taken is in the action, because action needs to be shown larger than life, where a commoner can connect to the character, because any commoner, whether you, me or anybody, कहीं ना कहीं हमारे imagination में we are creating a hero out of us. That as a hero I would have done this, I would have done that. और वो हमारे महाराज में दिख रहा है उनको.
जी.
And the results that have come, and now through, because I understand, आप कितना पढ़ लोगे जिससे आपको याद रहेगा, आज से 4-5 साल बाद आप भूल जाओगे. But if you see the visual will always remain with you.
Correct.
कि फलानी फिल्म में ये सीन में महाराज को क्या दिखाया गया था.
जी.
This the kids will remember always.
Wow.